HexClad is on track to becoming a billion-dollar lifestyle brand.
It's backed by Gordon Ramsay, trusted by over 1 million home chefs, and scaled through one of the cleanest funnels we've ever seen.
If you run ads to a Shopify store, you need to see this. In this episode of The Funnel Show, we break down every step of HexClad's funnel, how they run ads to their landing pages, how they collect up to $1,000 from customers with their hero offer, and the email flow they use for boosting sales and retention. So let's dive in.
Welcome to The Funnel Show, your inside look at what's working right now to scale funnels to 8 figures and beyond. Whether you're scaling funnels for your own brand or for your clients, join us as we learn from the top funnel operators in the arena today. Together, let's find the patterns of success, uncover what works, and learn how to scale fast. I'm John Denny.
And I'm Ethan Denny.
We're brothers and co-founders of ConvertFlow, which launches and optimizes funnels for high-performance brands. And here's the best part. Everything we learn about scaling funnels is going straight into our AI platform, so you can put it to work today. Follow our journey by hitting the subscribe button, and remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss new episodes.
Let's dive in.
Welcome to The Funnel Show. In this video, we've got HexClad's entire funnel broken down here in our swipe file. Ethan, do you want to give us a quick little backstory on the founders and the brand?
For sure. So from what I know, HexClad was founded by two co-founders, one of them being Danny Weiner. Back in the day, Danny Weiner realized that cookware was broken, cheap pans didn't last, premium pans chipped or fell apart, and nothing combined both performance and durability in one pan. So after years of selling cookware at fairs and trade shows and hearing the same complaints from real chefs and home cooks, Danny knew that the category really needed some new innovation. The breakthrough for him came at a trade show in Asia where he found like a laser-etched hexagonal hybrid surface used originally for Korean barbecue plates. It delivered a stainless steel durability with non-stick convenience, something that in the Western world, no brand had ever brought to market. So Danny and his co-founder, Cole McRae, they went all in on building HexClad. Early on, investors laughed at them going to market with a direct-to-consumer cookware brand, so they had to bootstrap it themselves. They cashed out their savings, drained retirement accounts from what I heard, maxed out credit cards, and even boxed pans in their backyard and drived all the orders to UPS themselves.
It looks like at least until they got Gordon Ramsay involved.
Yeah, well, so HexClad launched in late 2016 with a single hybrid frying pan and built one of the most effective D2C funnels in their category. They use education-first ads and listicle-style landing pages to, again, educate the shopper. They use micro-commitment in their pop-ups to collect email and phone number, and which also helps power their retargeting across other channels. They use hundreds of ad creative across Meta, YouTube, TikTok, and they're also using other channels, TV, YouTube, direct mail, and retail, which is all working together to power their growth. They also have a strong post-purchase engine designed for repeat buys and driving loyalty. So after their launch and after growing a good bit, there was a moment that came that changed everything for them. During the pandemic, Gordon Ramsay actually tried HexClad at home, loved it, and reached out to them. He became a hands-on equity partner, so he bought in. He cooks with it on TV and in his restaurants. And, by adding that chef-backed credibility, they now use that to fuel every channel in their funnel. So you'll see Gordon Ramsay in their ads, in their TV commercials, in their postcards, and so on. So HexClad went from being a single pan to being a global omni-channel brand. They've got their products distributed through Costco, Amazon, Walmart, Target, from what I understand. And HexClad now drives one of the strongest multi-channel funnels in D2C, supported by a $100 million investment from Gordon Ramsay himself. Today, HexClad is scaling into a $1 billion lifestyle brand by doing something that other legacy cookware brands just weren't doing. HexClad is innovating on their product, owning the funnel, and telling their story better than anyone else.
All right, so we've got the full funnel broken down here. So let's start with their traffic sources. Let's look at their ads. So we've got some, samples here. I think we used Foreplay to find those. And you'll see here that it's a lot of video content, right? A lot of short form video content. They're talking about, using it like a wok, using it to make pizza, I this is interesting. Market benefits, everything. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're leading with different use cases, which makes a lot of sense. And I'm sure they just have tons of different ads for all the possible different use cases out there of things you could cook with the pan. Like, it just very like ripe for creating a ton of content. Let's see what else we have here.
Yeah, that's actually their founder there in those ads. In this ad angle here, he was explaining like the different reasons why he uses HexClad and like the 3 types of pans that he likes to cook with. That those founder-led ads actually work quite well for them.
Nice. I'm sure they got Gordon Ramsay doing them too now. Now it looks like these are more like maybe middle of funnel type of feature, ads, product ads. Like here they're talking about the different, size pans and pots. You'll notice here, so it says there's a 12-piece pot and pan set. You'll never have to shop for cookware again. That means there's like quality stuff, but also like you'll notice it's backed up by this like lifetime warranty here, free shipping and 30-day returns. And then they're saying here that 900,000 home cooks swear by this, and it's got the stamp of approval by the Sir Gordon Ramsay himself. So that's good. Here we got some product imagery.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight like these ads here. We're highlighting some different ones that really focus on the product, but they're positioning themselves against cheap cookware, right? And you'll see the messaging in the ads, really like drawing comparison to those types of products. So, for example, in the ad to the right, you'll see it says like non-toxic. Let's say it's non-stick for easy cleaning, dishwasher safe. It's highlighting some of the features here, but it's promising basically performance through these different features and convenience, like being able to put it in the dishwasher. While like, for example, other products that maybe aren't as well made, you can't stick them in the dishwasher if they're also, non-stick, things like that, I believe.
So I feel like as a potential customer for this, what's really interesting to me is you've got the combo of like non-toxic and non-stick. So like I have these like metal pans that they get really hot and like you kind of have to get skilled at like kind of preheating them because they're like porous and all that stuff. And like the reason why we like got those metal pans, even though they're more difficult with, is because like they don't have like Teflon, right? So Teflon is known to be like toxic. It can like, kind of seep chemicals into your food and stuff. So a lot of people switch to just like more metal pans, but they're difficult, right? But they're saying here like, hey, this is a non-stick pan, like perhaps like a Teflon pan would be, but they're promoting that it's all non-toxic. So you'll never have like forever chemicals and all. So I think that combo is super important.
For sure.
The rest of these things really matter to me. Dishwasher safe for sure. Big dishwasher guy.
You also see that they lead with a lot of social proof. They're mentioning Gordon Ramsay or that, so have like 50,000 plus 5-star reviews.
Yep, they've got the core components there. Risk reversal around the lifetime warranty, the free shipping. So there's like no unexpected fee there. Now in this ad here, they're kind of pushing some of the pain. Hybrid pans are just marketing hype. Fancy cookware is just for wedding registries. That's interesting. Non-stick pans shouldn't last forever. This is stuff that they're saying is propaganda that they're not falling for. So they kind of stand against this stuff, right? That's interesting.
Well, you know how like in that rap battle that Eminem did in 8 Mile, he was up against his component and basically he went first and he, overcame all of the objections that his opponent would use against him.
His weaknesses.
Right. He mentioned those up front, and it left his opponent with no like fuel to fuel the rap. Well, this ad I feel is doing something similar. It's highlighting all the objections that people might have against either their brand or their products or their category of products. Yeah, I think it's quite smart that they're doing that.
Smart. Definitely have a lot of empathy with their customers because they are their customers. So let's see what else we got here. So they're saying, you'll see they're using keywords Michelin star. That's good. Now they're saying 1 million home cooks. So I guess the number updated quickly between those ads.
And look at the hooks there. So that first line, stop buying cheap cookware you have to replace every year. So even though they sell premium products, they're comparing that to the cost of having to replace your cookware every year,
Since
which
I'm
gets
such a
expensive.
big dishwasher guy, I feel like your average like Target like cookware that you buy, like it kind of like gets all loose, like and you put it in the dishwasher a ton, and it gets like weird and like stained and all that stuff. So yeah, I definitely that I think that speaks to me on like having to replace stuff like yearly. Let's see. So they're actually showing the difference here. Look at this. You've got like this like
Yeah,
messed up pan.
it's great.
It's leaking forever chemicals into your food. And then they've got this cool looking thing on the right, the futuristic one.
This ad looks like a New York style ad you'd see in the train stations or something like that. It's clean, has a clean comparison. The text is very visible. It's opinionated.
You'll notice that they position it as like investing, you know, you're investing in confidence, consistency, and control. It's kind of a reach in my opinion, but like it's still, I think it's good to reframe things as, a cost versus an investment.
And that's how you got to sell it to the missus.
Yes.
It's an investment, babe.
Exactly. Boy math. All right. So other ad angles here. Here we got Gordon Ramsay. So they talk about the knives. I guess they must be selling knives.
Yeah. So they've expanded beyond pans and their like set of cookware
These are
to
nice.
multiple SKUs, right? So they use a similar, like funnel for this product category here. They're using like Gordon Ramsay introducing the product and building this, credibility around it. And I also believe they're selling a bundle, like a set as well.
Dude, what is this? This is like Japanese Damascus steel knives. Like those are not even the same places, but that means that this is really cool, and I don't understand why it's so good.
What do you mean?
Because this is Japanese domestic steel knives. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
What do you mean they're not in the same places?
Damascus is not in Japan.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So I was confused. Let's see here. Espresso knives. Huh. I feel like they're using these like, maybe these are terms that people that are like really into cooking understand, but I don't understand them, but it sounds good. Yeah. So this is
they
really
look
cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, right? Do we have any more ads? Well, all right. So those are the traffic sources. You'll notice here that they have like matching landing pages. We'll actually dive a bit into the landing pages and all that in a few, because we still have one more traffic source, which is their search engine marketing. So I went ahead and pulled up their organic search most popular pages. So obviously their homepage, because people searching up HexClad are going to land there. I guess the collections and pans and all that stuff, those different pages are ranking for the brand name too. So it looks like here, if you search HexClad, you get the homepage. If you search HexClad cookware, you get the collections. That's probably ranks to that. Cookware. And then there's a Gordon Ramsay landing page that they have in Shopify here. So that's the Gordon Ramsay cookware. So when people search that up, they're finding it. Cookware set, that takes you to the sets collection page. There's a collection of Gordon Ramsay, I guess, like, approved products. So if you search like Gordon Ramsay knife set, I guess that's what it's going to show. HexClad Black Friday, they have a landing page just for Black Friday. And we're starting to get into that period right now. So this stuff is picking up, I'm sure. If you search pot, they're going to rank very high there, and with their pot collection. HexClad coupon code. So they actually have a page that's just designed to rank for that, called /HexClad Heroes, right? HexClad pan, they have their 12 set HexClad pan, the 10 hybrid. If you search wok, you're probably going to find the 10 hybrid woks. They have a collection.
Really
knives.
quick.
They're killing it with SEO.
The HexClad coupon code page, I think that's really smart, because once you start building a brand and people are searching for coupon codes, you can either lose control of that customer journey or just meet them where they are. They're doing that with this ranked page. And at that point, they can control the narrative, influence the shopping experience at that point, rather than letting some third-party site, either take credit or, affect the sale.
Nevertheless, they're doing a really good job at ranking for all these like different branded keyword scenarios, as well as like non-branded, like pretty generic keywords. Like the fact that they're ranking on like knifeware and, cookware and kitchen set and all that stuff is a really good sign that they're killing it with their SEO. Okay, so these are paid pages. Same pages, except like, for example, best pepper grinder gets you this product display page for the pepper grinder. These are their paid keywords here. Lots of branded stuff, of course. Barbecue tool sets, that's in there. Chef's aprons in there. Best oil for frying. That's interesting. So they have a blog post that they're running there. And like these are the actual ads for their paid search. So you can see here, the only true hybrid cookware. That's like the homepage. Shop HexClad cookware homepage. Mostly homepage. I'm not seeing any other major ads here that aren't to the homepage. So they're probably just picking up a lot of the keywords to the homepage. But it does look though like they have specific landing pages and collection pages running as ads as well, at least according to Ahrefs. So that's a quick overview of HexClad's search engine marketing. Anything to add here, Ethan?
Nope. Let's go take a look at the first landing page coming from those founder-led ads.
All right. So after the first ad, you get taken to this, I guess it's like a listicle type of landing page, right?
Yeah. So you'll see that, the ads that feature the founder, they drive people here, as well as the product-specific ads for their cookware drive people to this landing page. And immediately, they're drawing comparisons with their pans versus other pans. I think this is something you have to do when you're in a mature category. So cookware is nothing new. Typically isn't anything sexy, but they've made it sexy, and they've made it made it a premium like item or purchase for a customer. So yeah, immediately they are repositioning themselves here against the rest of the category.
There's some okay, so we got the headline that says HexClad does what your other pans can't. When it comes to your favorite dishes, you want a pan that can handle it all. So that definitely does what Ethan's saying there about comparing to other pans. But you get this lifetime warranty, you get free shipping, you get a 30-day return guarantee.
And check out that social proof at the top there. Over 1 million home chefs love HexClad.
They put that 5-star rating right there, and over 1 million home chefs. Okay. You scroll on down. I guess this is what happens when you click learn more.
Yep.
6 reasons why you'll love HexClad. So this is more in the listicle type of landing page. And then they have like this kind of collapsible FAQ type of UI, where the first reason is like it's ultra durable and backed by a lifetime warranty. Apparently it's got unmatched searing power, effortless cleanup. This is super important to me because I'm on dishes duty. Perfect heat distribution. That's good. It's got the Gordon Ramsay and Michelin star stamp of approval. And you could cook an entire meal with one pan because there's a relatively big one, right? So that is the kind of listicle part. Anything to add here, Ethan?
No. I think they're just getting right to it. Most people that are arriving on this landing page have come off of like video ads. So I think the video ads set a lot of context, help warm up and pre-sell a cold audience. Then this landing page is designed to kind of educate a shopper, as well as like confirm or reiterate the points that they might have like seen in a video ad. So you have like message match to some degree. You want to keep scrolling down?
Yeah, so you keep scrolling. They show, what you could be cooking here. Looks like a ribeye. You got some rosemary type of stuff to throw in there. That is definitely the first thing I would do if I got a HexClad. Over 1 million home chefs love HexClad. So here they have a bunch of UGC, which is good. They're like dropping their vertical videos right into this like cool little carousel type thing, which ConvertFlow now supports, by the way. So you could easily do that.
One thing I want to highlight here is, they're selling a lifestyle with their product and with their marketing here. So instead of it just being cookware that you use in your kitchen and anyone, can basically use, they say that their customers are home chefs, right? And when you buy their products, you can become a home chef as well. And it's also used by like Michelin star chefs, famous ones like Gordon Ramsay. And so they're creating a community and a lifestyle around being a home chef. So I think that's really, really smart positioning and necessary if you're going to sell a premium product.
Especially one that like I think they have to capture all order value. Like they got to get all the profit that they can from, their first order here because it's not like a subscription product, right?
And I imagine it's not cheap to
Yeah. It's like an impulse buy type of product.
fulfill.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
No, it's not an impulse buy.
Well, I guess you like get educated up to this point where you make like a big purchase, which is like this offer right here that you're seeing, which is this 12 pots and pans set. They don't actually mention the price here, but I think we have it further in the funnel. But before we go into that, let's actually look at this quick little comparison section here I liked. So they talk about how it's like the pan is designed to last a lifetime. They use, some patented laser etching technology to create stainless steel pans that are non-stick, protected from surface damage and will outlast. And they show like HexClad, lifetime warranty, dishwasher safe up to 900 degrees, metal utensil safe versus like the other pans, right? The before and after, it's like they don't have lifetime warranty. They're not dishwasher safe, which I've discovered is the truest. A lot of them aren't. It says oven safe up to 900 degrees. I personally don't do that. I didn't know that was a thing. I guess with, crappy pans, you wouldn't want to do that, right? And they're not metal utensil safe. So they like chip off and put, forever chemicals in your food. So they do a nice visualization there. That's good. And like these pans look ugly.
Can we see this section on mobile?
Yeah. Pretty simple, right? You have like $1 billion brand and it's like, here with HexClad, without HexClad.
Yep.
As simple as that. Okay, so here they have their nice like kind of product hero section. This is really nicely done. You choose your set. They have like 3 clickable tabs, the 12-piece set, the 6-piece set, and then the essential bundle. You'll notice that the 12-piece set is automatically selected because that's the target order value that they have, right? That they want. So they don't they downsell you instead of like upselling you, right? So see our collection of the most popular pieces, 12-piece set. Cool. And they reiterate free from forever chemicals, right? Again, right? Same objections.
Reversal.
Yeah, risk reversal. You got free shipping, 30-day guarantee, lifetime warranty, and so on. And then they have like a little icon indicator to click and read more. And, they got their carousel to show the different products and stuff. So this is solid. Like there's, it's just executed well. It's not the thing like particularly special. Their product is special, right? Here's how this looks on mobile.
Yeah, that's good. And they highlight like what's included, basically just highlighting the different, pans that are in the hero image there. Keep scrolling.
You'll notice here that they show, what's included when, this is like the different inch or widths of pans. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I thought it was like an 8-piece set. Sorry.
This section is good because they're highlighting like the biggest things that they want you to remember, right? That is got unbeatable steering power, it's dishwasher safe, toughest cookware, lifetime warranty. So if you had, if you leave with anything without buying, they want you to remember these points. And that's why I think they have that section after, feeding you these other sections that highlight all the different features.
Yeah, they just keep like reiterating these like main points over and over in different ways. It's redundantly redundant. But the reason why is because people just miss stuff. Like they're not going to sit and, read through it word by word. They're just going to kind of just scroll and skim through the thing. And like if they catch it through a bullet point, cool. If they catch it through an image, cool. They just need to make sure that message is communicated. Here's how that looks on mobile. Exactly as you'd expect. Very easy to read, very thumb friendly. And then they got some bestsellers. I guess this is kind of like if you didn't want to buy a pan, like, and you were more interested in the knives, like they do enable you to do that. Okay, so that's the kind of listicle type of landing page, the 12-piece set landing page. Now on the other ones,
let's go through this funnel first.
Right. Sorry.
So you click through on that landing page and you're driven to the PDP, the product page for the 12-piece set. Can you zoom in a little bit more?
So this is the actual Shopify PDP. Yeah.
Yeah. And most of the time from what I've seen, there's usually some sort of savings on the total value. So you'll see it's positioned at $9.99. But here you're able to save 30% and get it for essentially $700. Most of the time I come across it, this page, there's some sort of savings applied. Probably because I'm clicking through from ads and things.
I want to see what it is right now because we're kind of getting into BFCM. So that's 30%, right? And today it is up to 52% off. So they're definitely pricing quite high at $9.99 and then bringing it down 52%. I mean, it's $500, but now I'm considering it. I'm going to go buy it and think right after this.
If you scroll down, well, let's just highlight a couple of good things they have in this section. Social proof. They have a label around the discount or the savings. Again, they're using the risk reversal, lifetime warranty, free shipping, 30-day return guarantee. They highlight some of the different benefits around free from forever chemicals. They highlight a bunch of chemicals that like you may or may not even be aware of, right?
Yeah, like I'm not even sure what these are, but you'll notice here there's like an underlined link where it says see lab results. So that's pretty cool. Like I probably won't even click that, but like it's so much more trustworthy because they added that.
If you scroll down, so we've got more of the features highlighted here and benefits.
It's like a nice like collapse type of thing in the product hero. They also have like cross sell here. Here's those Damascus steel knives again. Oh, there's a griddle. That's cool.
Yeah, so they do a little product discovery there.
This looks really good on mobile. It's
nice.
Nice and
this was a video.
Tightly designed on mobile.
Yeah.
Definitely more mobile first, if anything. That was video here. It didn't get screenshotted well.
But they have like a tile layout here for these other like benefits.
Okay. More UGC. That's awesome. I wonder what the incentives are for customers to do the UGC.
I'm sure they work with all kinds of influencers and things like that.
Yeah. Then they got the reviews. They're probably using something like Yotpo or Akendo for this. And
this was a video that didn't get captured there. It didn't like show up in Figma.
And then they have the sets that they're selling, the different sets, 6-piece, 7-piece, 12-piece.
Yeah, for product discovery.
The footer. Okay.
So once you...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say like once you click through and add to cart, it takes you to the next step. But what do you want to add?
No, I just think that their product display page is like really well done. It's more of like a landing page than just like your regular old Shopify product template. But yeah, they've definitely optimized that well. But yeah, notice here, I mean, they're using like landing pages with like very limited navigation and all that. They're probably experimenting a ton on the first step here before they send you into this more rigid Shopify template, right? That they've been working on optimizing, I'm sure, for a long time.
So I think like they could do a lot more with their product display page. The reason why is, from what I see, there's like middle of funnel ads that drive you to this page. Middle of the funnel, or I guess for bottom of the funnel ads. So like once you've already like seen their ads and maybe click through, they'll have ads that like drive you directly to this page. They could do a lot more around explaining like the features and the benefits and, visually representing those well, beyond the little tabs that they're in. So that as people scroll down, they're able to, rediscover all of the benefits and features on this product page.
Yeah, I agree with that. And they might as well just reiterate it, for anyone that lands here or it comes off Google or something like that.
Yep.
Well, if you add a cart, they got a cool like cart drawer type thing. Pops out. Probably use like a Zipify or like an after sell or something for this. It's got the cross sells in here, just, key that visualizes the savings. That's good. And there's a nice big red continue to check out button. Very thumb friendly. Looks good on mobile. Now you'll notice here it says, congrats, you've qualified for free shipping. That's like right at the top. I think it's probably tied to the cart value, right? So maybe once you add like more than a couple $100 or something like that, that pops up. Okay. Oh, it says here, disclaimer, free shipping for US only, basically. Okay. And then you move from the cart drawer into the Shopify checkout. Of course, this came in weirdly reversed. So let's look at the mobile version. This is really cool. They added this imagery into the Shopify checkout here, where they're like reiterating the reviews and the free shipping, the money back guarantee. And, then you get the normal Shopify checkout as you would expect. Anything to add here, Ethan?
Nope. It's pretty standard.
They do have like a cross-selling right within the checkout, which is good. There's some apps to do that out there. Okay. So that's the first kind of landing page funnel. The second one, which is the more Gordon Ramsay knife one, they drop you on this sweet landing page here. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
This is great.
Zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, this was nice. I'm not even in the market for knives, but
Now I am.
these are beautiful knives. Yeah. So here again, they lead with social proof. They lead with performance and, the design of the knife. They didn't want to I think it's an interesting design that they used here, but it works really well because it lets you see the detail of the knife, right? Of the product, which is
Yeah, and like
typically
the
a
product is
smaller
like
product.
really wide and like, thin. So the layout of the landing page, like, it's just around the image, right?
Yep. Let's scroll down. So the image on the right here was like a GIF that shows basically the blank board and then the knives attached to the board, probably, or you know, uh, it's probably like magnetic or something like that.
Okay, here we can finally understand what this Japanese Damascus steel is. So they're saying we've studied knives from around the world, centuries old blade making techniques. That's cool. All right, so there's some history behind this. They made their hybrid knife that incorporates the characteristics of them all. They got 67 layers of Japanese Damascus steel with German engineering principles. They developed a knife with weighted steel bolster and a precise, nimble Japanese blade. It's extremely sharp, perfectly balanced in the hand, and built to last a lifetime and absolutely breathtaking. I agree. I want one. It's really nice. And then this part here, let's get to the point. So here we get kind of back to that like listicle type of format.
I like what they did here where they color coded different sections of the product and then or explaining them on the right. That's cool.
Yeah, so I think you could probably like click these little indicators and like it'll highlight, right?
Maybe or maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember how it actually looked, but either way, you could still see here.
You'll notice that like it's the exact same copy as like what was included in the last section. It's just visualized in a different way.
They have some risk reversal below.
More guarantees, free shipping, lifetime warranty. Okay, so here's this Damascus steel stuff. Same thing, same copy, right? They're just showing like what it, how it's made, right? They got like
great product imagery.
Yeah, they got coals. You can imagine like a blacksmith just like chiseling away at this thing, making this super thin knife. Really cool.
I think when you're selling, premium products, or you're taking a product that maybe a product category that isn't necessarily considered luxury, and you're now selling it as luxury, the product imagery is just so important, to invest in great product imagery and obviously good design in the product.
Yeah, like educate like what makes the product like really good and high quality. Gordon Ramsay, of course, and says that these are the best freaking knives on the planet, and it's approved. I believe him. The imagery didn't it's probably a video. Yeah, you can see the little player right there. So you'd have to go to that page. By the way, in this swipe file, like you could find all the URLs like right at the top and the date that they were captured. And then social proof. There's like a carousel slider of reviews. And then they have the collection visualized of the different knife sets and the different savings that is currently available. Then here we have Mr. Ramsay showing off the different types of knives here. So I think that's a GIF, right, Ethan?
I think it was a video.
Yeah, they've got this 8-inch knife, 7-inch knife, 6.5-inch knife, cutting all sorts of stuff, steak, bread.
They're explaining how each knife works and, maybe best uses for it.
Yep. That's probably about all the different types of food that I would cut that they're showing here.
All right.
There's a cleaver. That's cool. I've always wanted a cleaver.
Oh, nice.
And of course, this looks really good.
That was a video at the end as well. Yep. And then once you click through on that landing page, it takes you to the knives sets collection page. So a lot of brands will drive traffic directly to their collection pages or directly to their product pages. And they wonder why their customer acquisition costs are so high, or they're not selling enough. And it's partly because they're not selling enough. They're not like pre-selling enough. And so having these listicles, having these strong landing pages that allow you to control the narrative and educate your customer on why your products are so good, or the whole collection of products are so good. That's a good idea before driving people directly to the collection page or product page.
If you check out like some of the other funnel shows episodes, like you'll notice a lot of times these like pre-sale landing pages like will drive you right into the cart, right into the checkout. I think they know here that like just showing the different products in the collection after you've like been sold on their really cool product, you're going to end up choosing one. They've clearly tested that. And then they also visualize here that if you build your own bundle, you're going to save up to 20% off. So you could go through a build your own bundle path, but they have these like pre-built bundles ready to go that you could click through. And so some people maybe don't need that many knives, right? Like I probably would be pretty happy with like 5 knives or something like that.
Nice.
Okay. Then that you click through to a product page for one of the sets. Very similar to the original 12 pan set, because this is the Shopify product template for their theme, right? But it's specific to the knife. So you've got like a variant color selector for the green. I would choose green, but there's also like a brownish kind of wood color as well. There's a add-on for a cutting board. That's a really expensive cutting board, but I'm sure people buy it, right? And then they have their cool description. They just kind of reiterate those same things that they had on the landing page, but it's just in the product description in Shopify. They've added the collapses and all that stuff to the template, of course. And then nice. So they're doing here, Ethan, they're doing what you said they should have done more with the pans.
Yeah.
They're actually like selling on the product display page.
Yep. That's good.
Yep. Looking good. All right. And then same thing, cart drawer and checkout. All right. Next one.
Yeah. So I think those are the 2 funnels that we covered, but I see. Yeah. We do have the homepage.
Oh, wait, we missed the pop-up that they currently have. We got in here, their current holiday sale. This is incentives definitely going to change year round, depending on the holiday sale. Today it's Black Friday, right? So they got the 52% off. There's a big pop-up. They ask for your email.
Yeah, you can also see the bar at the top, the announcement bar.
Yeah, they got a little sticky bar. The pop-up's got the pans in there.
Collects email, collects phone number.
Yep.
Great design both on desktop and mobile. And then from there, you can just click to shop the sale and it closes out the pop-up.
They're finally doing it on the pop-ups with these big brands. A lot of times they just you opt in and they're like, cool, like go figure out the site, right? But like here, they keep funneling you into shopping the sale. So that's a good effort there rather than just leaving them hanging saying thanks.
For sure.
Okay. The next thing is the homepage that you land on after searching, coming to the brand. So I think that's the pop-up for the homepage. But let's look at the homepage here. So they lead with a video. Of course, we're showing you a static image, so we can't really capture the video, but it's got Gordon Ramsay.
Right now, it's their homepage is totally themed for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So they're leading with like whatever their sale is for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. They have like pretty strong messaging on their hero section for that. But that'll obviously change after Black Friday, Cyber Monday. The layout of their homepage I thought was quite interesting. They first highlight that they have multiple categories. So, they're showing that when you shop with HexClad, you're not, it's basically a brand that you can buy like your whole kitchen set for,
right.
Like all the different types of cookware that you're looking to use. It's one that you can grow with, and there's a whole lifestyle around HexClad and buying the HexClad product lines. So them highlighting different categories here lets the customer know that they can, have a longer relationship with them beyond just cookware or just the pots and pans.
Yeah, I think because they're running all these ads with the videos that are really selling those individual products and people are being funneled to those products. If someone searches HexClad and they lands there, it could be for any of one of these categories at this point. So I think it's smart that they put the categories up front.
Yep. If you scroll down, they have their core products that they're selling.
Notice they're all like the big sets that they're selling here. They're expensive.
Gordon Ramsay approved.
And they kind of reiterate the main things you would expect across the board. No forever chemicals, everless cleaning, built to last. And it applies to all their products.
Yep. They've got social proof below there, as well as
review
the risk
slider, bestsellers, a knife section.
Yeah.
UGC, and they have like a slider for different product categories. Ooh, what's this? HexClad's Culinary Council. So the Culinary Council, you get Michelin-starred chefs, innovators, and crown jewels of the world, developing recipes and teaching. So that's pretty cool. So there's a bit of a expert community forming around HexClad that they kind of sell as a benefit here.
Yeah, and also, there's like credibility that extends to the product by having it like tested by, Michelin starred chefs and then refined. It means that when you buy their products, you're getting the best of the best. At least that's what they're trying to communicate.
Okay, this is interesting. So they have recipes here. And I think these are like Shopify blog posts from what I saw in their search engine marketing report. But yeah, you'll see here you could click through to different recipes they got for sandwiches, burgers, raw, red prawns, all that. So that's good. And I think it's this key for like SEO because they're trying to rank. Like if you actually go to the SEO report, I'm pretty sure in the organic there was a couple recipes in there, from what I remember. But the SEO value of the homepage needs to pass to these sub pages, you know, and they're probably not really getting backlinks for like their burgers recipe, right? So what they do is they link it from the homepage and it passes some of that link juice to that page. Same for the articles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tomatoes 101's probably not the most like backlinkable, recipe page, but I bet it's starting to rank because of all the domain value that they have and the link from the homepage. This is great. A little manifesto from the founder.
Yep. Like this section a lot.
Yeah, this is smart. But I feel like most brands don't do this. Like I love like seeing who the founder is, putting a face on the brand and all. Like I think that should always be on like the homepage if possible. It's like a good rule of thumb. Here's a subscribe form. I do not like this. This is like very hard for me to understand, like from a UX
the
perspective.
button's not clear.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's there for a reason. Hopefully,
Scroll up to the top. So the pop-up that displays on this page is just above this. So from what I understand with this $75 off offer that they I don't know if they're offering this like year round, but I've seen it before. Scroll over to the right. So once you opt in for it, I'm pretty sure that it's $75 off next order. So let me double check this. Well, it would essentially drive retention.
Yeah, it looks like we don't have the actual like email and SMS subscribe here, but I'm assuming that's what they send you to. Yeah, if we could confirm, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, either way, $75 is a significant amount, right? Now, because they are able to sell higher priced products, they can use a more aggressive number here.
Yeah, this is a good way to like split test these pop-up offers is like what you do is you kind of figure out, you calculate what's like the dollar amount that would be the maximum for like your more expensive product if you did get like 10% or 15% off from if it's $1,000 thing and you're getting $75 off, the percentage there is actually not that big, right? $75 off feels big, right? So they use that to get people kind of in the door and subscribing, right? I'm sure they're split testing this a ton.
So here's what I'm like reading on this, and this is what I understood. The $75 off offer or discount applies to your second purchase. So you have to make a qualifying purchase, and then you get the $75 discount for your second purchase, which is cool because, right up front, most people are going to probably subscribe for this, but then it drives investment in actually shopping with them, buying an initial product so that you can get the $75 off as well. And then maybe apply that to a bigger order possibly.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay. So that was, for the most part, their funnels. We had the ad funnel for the pots and pans. We had the ad funnel for the knives. And then we had the kind of brand organic search funnel to the homepage in the store. All right. So we also have documented here their SMS campaigns, their email campaigns, retention marketing, and their postcards. So I think we should probably start with their postcards, which is really cool. So this is interesting. We got a picture here of an abandonment postcard.
Yeah, definitely an abandonment.
They give you a discount code. They might be doing this with Postpilot. Shout out to Postpilot and those guys. I know they have some cool like identity resolution stuff going on there. I don't know how that works to ship you stuff, but there it is.
Yep.
There's Mr. Gordon. Looking good, Gordon. Okay. Now on the email side, here we go, Ethan.
Yeah, they've got beautiful emails. Now, this captures a a number of different emails across time. So, for example, they were doing something related to a golden ticket where you get, I think there's like a culinary trip where you get to maybe even meet Gordon Ramsay in Paris. That was like running for a period of time. And so they included that in the emails. I don't think that's happening anymore. But it's some things you'll see in the emails, the flow here is that they're one, just reiterating the benefits.
We're looking at the left one or the right one? This one?
Well, in general, I'm saying like they're reiterating the benefits of their product, um, positioning it similar to what you would see on the landing pages, right?
Yeah. This is something that we've kind of seen as a pattern across a lot of these big brands is like they're basically rebuilding their website and landing pages that they've, experimented to validate. They're just rebuilding them in their email flows and just putting it in front of you as much as you can.
Like going horizontal with your sales process, your landing page.
Or multi-touch, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all this golden ticket campaign, which is really cool. Now it's like a sweepstakes. So you have to do an email sign up, do an SMS sign up, buy something, and you get like X number of entries. There's some services out there that do this. I know like Shared Sweeps lets you do this, which is really cool. So they got this tied together with Gordon, and that's the prize. And then on the other side, same thing. They're promoting the golden ticket, but alongside all the benefits of the product.
Great imagery. Hopefully the deliverability is good on these emails, but they're beautiful.
This is all from this golden ticket campaign. Again, they're demonstrating the pots and pans. If you're listening, it's pretty much the same imagery as the landing pages.
They've got a welcome email from their founder.
This is the first time I've seen them really visualize like the pizza thing. That was kind of the original thing I thought of with like HexClad was like cook a pizza on like the griddle type thing. I think I'd seen some content regarding that. Hex mills, that's cool. That's like their grinders. Very cool. But yeah, same imagery from the website, just in the context of their sweepstake campaign. Now here we have Daniel Weiner doing like a welcome email. This is kind of like a message from him.
Yep. And you'll notice that just every email's on brand. It all looks very like premium and I guess luxurious.
They've got their social links, which is always good. Here's a really good variation of their golden ticket campaign. And they're just visualizing, the different requirements that you need to get X number of entries.
Yeah. So the rest of the emails, I think that's most of what we captured here. You can look at some of the SMS campaigns that they sent out. There's some for just, promoting the initial offer, reducing abandonment, some different text messages around different holiday sales for Mother's Day, for example, or I think we've got some in there for Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yeah. So let's see here. On the first one, it's like up to $75 off, which is what we talked about earlier, towards your second purchase, right? And then a little bit later on, we got the up to $500 off for Mother's Day. And they followed up a couple days later. And then let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. It's saying, HexClad cookware. Hey, I'm Jesse. Let's elevate your cookware. Are you looking for a cookware set? Da da da. That might be like a live recover campaign where it's like an actual human sending out the thing. Not sure. It does appear to be coming from the same PostScript number. So it might be PostScript service for doing that as well, where you actually have like individuals, or it could be AI at this point. I don't know. Here they have they're reiterating their sweepstake campaign where you get entries for every purchase. Let's see what else.
I think it's interesting right there regarding, go back, where it says, all right, look, you may be unsure about price, quality, which item is best for you, what's been holding you back. Yeah, I think that's like a nice win back message here to re-engage people and see what their objection was. And then from there, you can kind of handle that on a one-on-one basis, maybe.
It's
and
definitely
personalize the shopping experience.
Something that I think differentiates SMS marketing a ton from email marketing is it's inherently designed for you to reply to, right? And I think when brands have that kind of one-to-one combo dynamic through text message, much better. right? Than
sure.
just like blasting promos through SMS. I know blasting promos through SMS works, but if you actually treat it like a sales combo and you have, reps handling that, you could help close shoppers that are on the fence. Okay. For the most part, all these text messages here that we're getting, pretty much the same thing. It's just tied to different incentives, $75 off second
And
purchase.
different holidays.
So holiday, Thanksgiving, they're pushing Thanksgiving cookware. So it's more seasonal wording here. Turkey Day, they're bringing that up here.
So, zooming out on this funnel and across the different channels, I don't know if you want to highlight anything else on
Yeah,
the SMS here.
that's for the most part it. The SMS is just one last thing to highlight would be like, look how much they send. Like they are not afraid to send you a lot, right? Every couple of days they're sending you something, right? So they're not afraid to use that channel. But yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, and I just wanted to highlight their funnel's not like revolutionary. They're not doing a ton of different things that are really like innovating on like funnel optimization.
Except this like abandonment postcard, that was cool.
That's good.
Kudos
for sure.
to that one. Yeah.
But what they are doing, they're doing very well. They're doing they're doing the essentials very well. And in order to sell a luxury product, their branding is on point. They're using listicles and advertorials and strong landing pages. I don't know if they're using advertorials, but they're using strong landing pages to pre-sell shoppers on their products before sending them to a collection page or a product page. Great incentives designed into the shopping experience. And their ads, obviously, they have a lot of ad creative. My understanding is that they're testing hundreds of ad creative at any given time across multiple channels and platforms. So, those ads, do a great job at educating customers on why they should buy.
Yeah, it's like structurally, it's not like anything particularly different from what we've seen. It's just like their product imagery and visuals and the Gordon Ramsay like endorsement like are so good. Like that's the big lever that they're pulling here.
That and they're just doing the essentials really well at scale, across different product categories, which I think is really good because other brands, they might do it for one, they may not be doing it at all, the essentials across their main bestsellers, right? So yeah, being able to do it across all the different product categories is really powerful.
Main learnings here is build good product, right? Sell it at premium prices, have great product imagery, have the best people in your industry endorsing you, and then like just nail the fundamentals.
And yeah, nail the fundamentals, tell a good story, and continue to draw comparison between your products and the rest of the market, and do it across multiple channels
and lots of touch points,
lots of social proof.
All right, so that is the HexClad funnel show. We actually have this Figma file in the funnel swipe file. So if you go to convertflow.com, you'll see a little button there to get the swipe file, and from there you can check it out yourself at any time, reference it. Whenever you want in the swipe file. And we also have a growing library of HexClad inspired funnel templates in ConvertFlow that are available to you as well. So thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next funnel show.
See you in the next one.
Want all the templates from this funnel? Go to convertflow.com and get the funnel swipe file for free, where our team is collecting the top funnel designs we see driving today's fastest growing brands. If this episode got the ideas flowing for you, do us a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and remember to turn on notifications. It helps more brand builders and marketers like yourself find the funnel show. We've got more episodes on the way, so be on the lookout.